Yo, 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 it's the legend himself, Fear the Don. This is a new thing for the channel. We're going to start doing some vlogs here and there. So first things first, if you're new, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bell on, and always make sure you hit the like button for the Don. I do appreciate you all. So we're live today on this Saturday morning, cold, winterish day, doing a live vlog around the Black Country Living Museum, historical times, back in the 1800s, 1600s, I think it's the maybe 1500s. So gonna do a vlog around the historical town, village, show you all the like houses and stuff like that and things. So be an interesting day. So make sure you all keep tuned in with this, because it's quite good content. A lot of people in America don't understand like the British accent, but back in them days it was called the Black Country slang, which is a lot more powerful and more hard to understand than obviously the accents that we have these days. So keep tuned in, and we'll vlog it and see how it goes. I'm just going to leave you with this. Was built here, so take a look at this. This is the steam engine, so pretty fun. So keep tuned in, and we will be back. Okay, so we're inside the Black Country Living Museum. This is the museum. Obviously it goes on for quite a few miles. It's like I said, it's an old historical town with the tram lines, and here's one of the old-fashioned vehicles that was originally from the West Midlands. Beautiful vehicle, to be honest. It's quite a nice little vehicle. Look, it's quite old-fashioned, so it's pretty unique inside there. We've got an old-fashioned buzz. It's one of the original West Midlands buzzes. Look, it's pretty cool. And then we have this, which is the this is a limited vehicle shop that they had in the old-fashioned day. I've got the little Don with me. Say hello, YouTube.
Hello.
So we're going to take a tour in here now and show you all the old-fashioned vehicles. Pretty cool, unique vehicles. Back in the olden days, this was the old-fashioned ice cream cart that they used to drive around in the towns with, and waffles and stuff. That was the old-fashioned milk carts at the back. So some pretty unique vehicles in here, to be honest. This is the old-fashioned mechanic shop. So this is where they used to do all the mechanical stuff in the West Midlands. Like, and they leave all the stuff out, like, you know, to try and show you like the work on some of the cars here and there, because they do actually drive these round, some of these vehicles around the village. These are all working and tested vehicles that are in this shop. This is the old-fashioned vehicle inside here with the keys on the seat. Look. Got an old-fashioned bike cart thing here. They're pretty unique, these are, to be honest. They're quite nice. Back in the olden days of the West Midlands, these was most of the vehicles. Like the Don, that's the Don's car. That's my car. So we got all them. We got the bikes here. This is the old-fashioned racing car. We've got an old-fashioned fire engine there. The petrol pumps. So as you can see there, the one that says BP, that's the old-fashioned pumps what used to be in the towns. So they used to be the old-fashioned gas stations, as you call it in America, but the petrol stations here. So that's what they used to use. They was the old-fashioned ones. So yeah, pretty unique. Little shop and tour type of guide. You know, I've got some decent vehicles and stuff in here. Yeah, so they do work tirelessly in here to keep the vehicles running and stuff, and you know, test them, and they make sure that they're all still in working order. Some of these vehicles are so old. I dread to think probably 100 years old, some of the vehicles in here. But yeah, that's the tour of that. Like a little bit more than a bag of chips. So this is the old-fashioned bus depot. Pretty unique. Like I said, this is the Dudley and Brierley Hill one. This such an old-fashioned bus. These are so old, but they're an amazing vehicle. This is one of the old-fashioned bus drivers. So it's quite a unique bus. I think they do tours with these to take you around the village in these buses and stuff. And they've got the trams. I don't know if the tram lines are still running, but they use the trams to take you around the village as well. So they're pretty cool. We're doing inside here is the old-fashioned bus depot. And you can see like the old buses in there, type of thing. Here's the old-fashioned bus depot. They keep all the buses for the town. So yeah, we've done the little tour of the shop, where all the old vehicles are. This is the street that they had back in the day with, like I said, where the buses and that used to drive and stuff. So we've done the tour of the little bus station. Now we're back at the shop with all, and the garage with all the cars in. So yeah, this is just the first part. A lot more content to come your way. So in the old-fashioned days, Brittany, here's one for you. Grey Pays and bacon. Look, tonight, have a seat. Grey Pays and bacon. The old-fashioned cutlery. And you have some luggage. The old-fashioned tickets. Yeah, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so we're inside the museum now. Got a lovely gentleman with me. He's the police officer for the town. Hi, sir. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are we?
We're good. We're good. So live now on YouTube.
Welcome.
Doing a tour of obviously the Black Country Museum. Get a little bit of feedback from yourself on your thoughts on the place.
Well, this is a wonderful place. You've got 26 acres of land to explore every aspect of life in the Black Country, right from the Industrial Revolution right up until the end of the 1960s, when the Industrial Revolution started to cease to exist, really. So there's plenty for you to look around, explore, plenty of characters, plenty of houses, plenty of shops, plenty of stories for you to come and see and explore and learn.
Okay. How long have you been working here?
I've been here for about 6-7 years. Maybe people have been here longer than that. You know, the museum's been here since 1978, so we've been going quite a long time, telling the story of the area and always looking into new ways we can tell stories, and how, you know, stories from all generations and all backgrounds can be told at this museum. I'm glad to say we try and do it to the best we can.
Okay, thank you very much for your
welcome.
time,
Have
sir.
a lovely day with us.
And you, thank you. Bye-bye.
Put your cap on, put your overcoat on, like a donkey jacket. Then you can go down.
Just walk with a bit of a limp.
Yeah, well, that will send you doing something to your leg, and I'll think you're about 20 in.
So you enjoy it in the mines, dear?
This busting, my man, you love it down there, 12 hours a day, 6 days, and you get paid. You get paid. That's the best you can feed the people to the family, then go, yeah.
How much do you get paid?
Well, it all depends how much coal you have. If you get quite a bit of coal, right, busting, man, great, because it helps us and it helps you, and you get paid in the pub on a Saturday night, the other gaffer.
Oh.
He pays you, mind we don't go until 12 o'clock, you make sure I'm sucking all
I
night.
do around the pub.
No, that's another thing. See, he's crafty. You've got to watch him, because when you go down the pub to get your wages on a Saturday night, he goes in about 10:30, 11 o'clock, so he knows I'm supping all night long, and then by the end of the night you've got a tab, and then instead of him paying you, you'll be paying him for drinking his beer. Yeah, he's soft, is he, eh?
It's a good business model, eh?
Eh?
good business model.
Well, it is, but I think the blokes like it, would it, don't they?
Well, no, well, that's up to them, eh? I mean, they've had the booze, eh, they?
But I mean, at the end of the day, my mind, how about the wenches? Why do you pay them in tokens? Why tokens?
Well, I own a thing called the Tommy Shop,
Oh, here we go.
right?
Stop forth.
Now, we pay them in tokens,
No.
but they can only spend them tokens
You
in
mean
my
you say,
shop.
yeah.
And I do inflate the price a little bit.
I know you're doing.
Right.
You're on.
So, that's a bit more money for
It
me.
is, but it ain't nothing to do with me. I keep myself to myself. See, the gaffer and I just do what he tells me. But I have to go by what he says. But I said, if you can get some blocks, put on your shoes, I'll be totally out of trouble.
So we're in one of the old-fashioned houses now. This is the bedroom. There wasn't an upstairs or downstairs at some of these houses. These were the first type of houses. This is the old-fashioned bedroom with the little tyres. That's your hot water bottle. I think these were like one-storey houses back then, but they're pretty cool to look into. Like, you know, show you the old-fashioned beds and stuff. And most of these things are quite old. But yeah, we'll have a chat with the lady inside this house in 1 second. So we're at the next house now. This is the next part of the tour, so I'm going to pass you over to the ladies and gentlemen so they can explain a bit more.
Hello, this is Pixcott. So this cottage was lived in by a very poor family. It was built in the late 19th century. Originally it was just the 2 rooms, the room you can see now, and there's a bedroom through there. Mr and Mrs Pitt raised 8 children in just the 2 rooms. They did manage to acquire a railway carriage because their cottage was positioned by a railway line, so they attached that to the cottage, and that's where the children slept. Over the years, all the children went out into the world and prospered. The youngest son stayed living here, and he brought his new bride to live here as well when they got married, and the scullery got built, which is the room. If you walk around the cottage, you can see through that door there. But it was lived like this: no gas, no electricity, no running water, no drains, right up until the late 1960s. Yeah, so, and we're just here as volunteers today and enjoying our toast.
Oh, beautiful. So you're cooking some potatoes on there, I
Yeah,
see.
we've got potatoes, so we're using the meat jack. Because being a poor family, they wouldn't have had meat every day. So today we've got potatoes that we're cooking, and we'll have that a bit later with some butter and some cheese.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the insights. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, we've entered into the next house as the stairs have brought us across. This is the old-fashioned music players and the discs that they used to use back in the day. Supporters of Liverpool, obviously. So this is the old-fashioned Liverpool team. They're the old-fashioned coins. So this person who lived in this house must have been a player of Liverpool or something. Yeah, so he was part of the Liverpool team. That's pretty unique. These are the old-fashioned papers, look, and the old-fashioned betting slips. Yeah, so there's trophies there, and wow, pretty cool. And that was his bed. All right, so we're in the next house. They've got a gentleman here. He's going to talk us through the tour of this house. Hi, sir.
Yeah, my name's Bill Aston. Actually, I've lived here for a long time. We actually set in 1968, and that's a pretty typical home as it would have been at that time. If you've been next door,
Yes.
well, that's just 1940s, during the war years. And the thing that I find amazing between the 2 buildings is the fact there's only 20 years between them.
Oh, wow.
We've got a TV, we've got a radiogram, we've got a gas fire. In the kitchen, if you want to have a look in there in a minute, you'll see that there's a gas cooker, also electric fire. And again here, we've got hot and cold water from a boiler, whereas next door they would have had to have used a coal fire to get the hot water through the boiler at the back of the garage and stuff like that. So really, in 20 years, it's quite amazing. And upstairs here, the 2 boys that lived here, my 2 sons, the one was a Liverpool supporter and the other was West Bromwich Albion, because obviously where we're based here. We're very close to the Albion ground, not much further from the Wolves ground. So
Yeah.
you're either one or the other basically. But that's it really. So we're not, a lot of the things you see here belong to my wife. So you know, bring it up to modern day. It's much better that we have these things on display than stuck in some shoebox.
Yeah, of course. It's probably unique, and to see an old-fashioned TV as well is pretty cool.
And again, if you look at that TV, you've got 3 channels on there. So you compare that to today. That's all you've got. And before 1968, there was a new channel introduced, which was BBC Two. Before then, you just got BBC One and ITV.
Oh, wow.
None of the other things you get today.
So you never got to see the sports or anything?
Only on, if it was on BBC One, things like Match of the Day and maybe Wimbledon tennis. You know, they would have that at that time of year. But generally speaking, sport limited to a Saturday.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So this is the hospital, the midwife place. This is a new building that's only just been built. This was built in October this year, so it's brand new to the museum, and it's got like a old-fashioned midwife in there and stuff. I got some pictures that I will add to the thingy after this, but obviously it's quite a big building. There's quite a lot of people in there, so that's the next part of the tour. So now we're visiting the old part of the little town, and as you can see, this used to be a town. Well, not sort of a town. Well, it is a town in a way. Obviously, you got these shops here, and you got some round the back there. But this is part of the town that used to exist back in the day. This is the old-fashioned bus stops that the people used to go to, and they used to sit here and wait for the bus to come. As you can see right in front of me, that's the fair that we will get to later on. But we'll start exploring some of these shops. This is radio, pianos, and televisions. So this is a shop where they'd sell all the TVs and radios and stuff. I don't know if there's any prices on these. As you can see, these are the old-fashioned radios back in the 60s and 70s. Wait a minute. These are the old-fashioned TVs that people used to have. Like, just to think, if we was to watch one of these televisions these days, that's crazy. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll go in and have a talk to the gentleman in a second. We'll be right back.
Hello there, sir. Welcome to Stanton's. How may I help you? Can I interest you in a record?
TVs. What's the price of your TVs?
TVs. Well, I'll tell you what. We've got this 17-inch Echo TV. Just 74 guineas, sir. That's £74 and 74 shilling, of course. Of course, that'll take you quite a while to pay off, but we're more than happy to put you on a higher purchase plan, and you can come and pay each week. How does that sound, sir?
That sounds brilliant. Sounds brilliant.
Excellent, sir.
Is it coloured or is it black and white?
It's black and white, sir. Unfortunately, we haven't got any decent colours in yet, but hopefully coming soon. There you are.
So what's the historic of this building?
This building is Stanton's. We're set in 1959. It was on the corner of Castle Street up in Dudley. Originally opened in the mid to late 1800s, would have sold musical instruments and tuned pianos. But in 1959, teenagers have got a lot more disposable income, going to work, just paying rent and board. Excuse me, guys, that piano's worth more than you are, so don't hurt it, please. I never discourage a young child from learning an instrument, but please don't bang the piano. Yes, indeed, very gentle. But yes, as I was saying, sir, a lot more disposable income post-war. World War II ending 14 years prior. Teenagers were going to work, but still living at home, leaving school quite early. So they pay their rent and board at home, so rent, the roof over their head, board, their food, and any money they had left over would be disposable income. So they needed shops like this record shop to come and buy the latest hits and take them home and play them on the family record player. Of course, you wouldn't have your own record player, so hopefully once you'd been to the record shop and come home with your brand new record, your mother or father weren't using the record player, so you could listen to your brand new record.
Oh wow. Okay, thank you for the insight. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very
So we're now going to enter the Building Society and get some insights of the Old-Fashioned Building Society.
Sorry, no, it's okay, don't worry. At least this one was easily replicated.
So this is the old bank.
Yeah, it's
They called it a Building Society, but this is the Old-Fashioned bank. See if we can get an insight of someone. Morning. Can I get some insight of the Building Society, please?
Yes, of course. So, welcome back to 1949.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've actually entered the West Bromwich Building Society in here on its 100th birthday.
Oh wow.
Because it was founded in 1849.
Okay. Have you?
And basically, building societies, if you know the difference between a building society and a bank, building societies were actually formed to help their members buy a house
Mm-hmm.
and own their own home. Not so much for saving their money. It didn't actually become a place for saving your money until the 1850s,
Okay.
where you could save your money for life. It was before that, it was just for helping you get a mortgage and buy a house, or build a house.
Do you have any of the money that you could show us?
Yes. Yeah, so let's have a look. So it's not like modern money. Here we go. That's a farthing. Half a penny or halfpenny. One whole penny. A threepence or threepenny bit. 3 pence. Sixpence, known as a tanner. That's a full shilling. 12 pence. Then you've got a florin, which is 2 shillings, so that's 24 pence. Then you've got half a crown, which is 30 pence.
Wow.
2 and 6. And then we go up to then paper money. So then that's 10 shillings. Also a shilling was known as a bob. So it's known as a 10 bob note. You've got a £1 note. And we have here a £5 note. There also was such a thing as a £10 note, but you wouldn't see them in here because that was a lot of money.
Wow.
No one would have a £10 note. £5 note is pushing it a little bit, to be fair.
Wow. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, are you okay?
Hello there, yes, I'm good, thank you. Welcome to Marsh and Baxter's Butchers. So we are set in 1953. This Butchers is a replica of one that stood in the High Street in Brierley Hill. They did have 2 along the High Street. This was known as the Little Shop, okay, which served at the top of the High Street. They were a pork butcher, so it would have been predominantly all the pork products that they would have sold. They were famous for their hams and also their tomato sausage, which we do sell here, tomato sausage and bacon.
Wow.
Yeah. So behind me you can see the factory, Brierley Hill, great big factory.
Oh. So what was the prices of the food in here back then?
So you would have gone into your shillings and pence then, because it was obviously 1953. We were just coming out of rationing. Okay. 1954 rationing ended totally. So in that time they would have been shillings and pence. So you would have had 12 pennies to a shilling.
Okay.
So you would have been able to buy your, like this one, like pork pie, there you go. 4 ounces of pork pie, there you go, a pound of pork pie, so they would have been 2 shillings and 2pence.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you count it up 2 shillings, there's 12 pennies in a shilling.
Wow. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So this is the old-fashioned hairdressers. Got a lot of the old-fashioned products on offer here. Some hair cream if you want some hair cream, and yeah, so this is the barber shop.
Men's are here, women's are in there through the door. This is men's.
Yeah, so we'll go in and have a tour in a second.
Oh, in the 1950s and 60s, this is, at this time, 1960s.
Okay.
This is how it looked like. It was run by Laurie Thomas and his wife, and she did the hairdressing for the ladies, and I did the men's side of it. But when they had the little girl, Kay, she then became a hairdresser. When Kay got married and had a child, he became a hairdresser. 4 generations of hairdressing in the family.
Oh wow.
So, but the grandson bought the shop next door. This is the original shop. I can't take it down because it's that. This is the original shop. So he bought the one next door here.
Okay.
And when then his mother retired from doing it, he then kept his going, but sold it when he retired to a Turkish hairdresser. So it's still hairdressing. But of course in those days you could do things like that. Today there's so many things you've got to do and so many things you've got to fill. In those days, if you wanted a business, you could open it in the country. No one would say anything as long as you had access, you know, get in and out.
Wow. So what was the costs for the haircuts back then?
Haircuts then, a haircut and a shave would cost you 10 pence. Today it's about £20.
Wow.
But they still had money. See, in those days, a pound would be worth, say, about £75 today.
Wow.
So when you were earning good money then, you were earning good money. I mean, I was working in London at that time in 1960s and 70s, and at the end of my apprenticeship, in 1971, I was earning £20 an hour.
Wow.
That would be for a week, £340 a week after deductions.
Wow, that's quite good.
I mean, today, if you earned that money today, you'd be doing very well.
Very well, yeah, definitely. £20 an hour.
We're on quite a bit here now. But the thing is, it's not even as much as I was earning all the years ago when it was valued more as well. Yeah. But I had to live up in London because that's the only trouble. When you're married, you can't do that, you know, because you have to go back and forth. No, it is a good life if you've got that, but it's pressure. Because my son-in-law, he's earning 75,000 a year working for a bank.
Wow.
I mean, I would never see that in my life. 75,000.
That's crazy. How long's this is a new building, isn't it?
New. This is the whole street is new. This is the lottery funding and everything I've done this in 20 million I think for the whole street.
Oh wow.
And there's so much there. There's more to do. So we got the shops opening soon, we got the library opening soon, we got 2 shops down here opening and the one next door. So it'll become more and more, you know, of that period, more and more choice as well.
Oh wow, so they're going to have more shops over the road here? Wow.
I think it's fair to say it's one of the better museums, one of the better ones.
I was going to say there's a lot been added to this since the last time we came. I think it's been about 7 years.
Yeah. I've been there here 20 years. In 20 years, I've seen it from just the village down the bottom there.
Yeah.
Then I saw this one here in the 1930s, 40s, and now I see 1950s, 60s. And then we're hoping to carry on with the theme up to the 1980s, as I said then, because well, we can't keep on adding because it works out and it's what we did in the Black Country. So my dad was born in Bilston, so I lived here. But when I used to come down here, this was just derelict land. There was nothing here in the 1950s. It was only in the 1970s they started building it. Incredible.
Wow. This is quite incredible. Well, thank you for your insight. Really appreciate it.
My
yeah. I'm going to go through there. There's the football is on the TV, the old-fashioned football. I couldn't be sitting watching that now, so used to a 7-inch TV.
Married, so Phyllis, that's a lovely scarf. Have you made it? Yeah. Did she? Aren't you lucky? That's beautiful, that is. It'd be nice and warm. Do you want to come and try out one of the chairs?
So this is the old-fashioned hairdressers, ladies.
And the way we'd wash
For the
your hair
ladies.
is you'd have to lean your head forward like that. So if you get to the hairdressers now, you usually lean backwards, don't you? But these ones haven't got a dip, so you'd have to.
So now we're going to enter the old-fashioned newsagents look. J. Buigin, is he? Probably pronunciation's probably wrong, but this is the old-fashioned shop, like a corner shop type of thing where they sell all the chocolate and sweets and cigarettes and stuff. But here's a glimpse of some of the chocolates that they had. Turkish Delight was one of the biggest hitters back then. Still is in this country. A lot of people do like the Turkish Delight. So yeah, and there you are, Daily Mail. Here's the old-fashioned tobacco. So we're going to go in and look at the old-fashioned sweets. Wow. This is the old-fashioned sweet shop. Pretty unique, Smarties.
You can both put them ones in them jars, you can. Toblerone.
The Mars.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm.
What's in the... And then there's all the papers. All the old-fashioned papers. So this is the old-fashioned garage. So when we first came into the museum, you saw the old bus depot. Well, this is the old-fashioned garage. This is what the petrol pumps used to be like back in the day. These are the old-fashioned petrol pumps. As you can hear the air pumping through. And this is the old stuff that they had in there. But these are the old-fashioned pumps. Obviously they'll start from these pumps here, the green one, and these are the old-fashioned ones. Then they probably move to these ones, which is the all the old-fashioned pumps. They're pretty cool to look at, to see what it was like back then. But yeah, so that was the old-fashioned pumps. And this is the bus stop for the, and now we're moving into the school. So this is the old-fashioned school. Alright guys, so this is the next part of the tour. We're now going to stop off and grab some chips from Hobbs and Sons restaurant. This is the old-fashioned chip shop. Served fish and chips with which was cooked in beef dripping back then. But such delicious food, so we're going to go in and grab some food, and then we will be back for the next part of the journey. So ladies and gentlemen, we're back on tour. I've had a glitch with the phone, its battery's low, so but this is the old-fashioned church. So this is inside the church. We've got the pub here, Bottle and Glass Inn. I'll take you around some of the little shops now. So we've got this here, which is the hardware shop. And the man coming out of the hardware shop right now. We've got this, which is the old-fashioned chemist. You can see all the old.
You're going to be. Richard, we got samba classes after.
Yes!
These people are from Brazil, so
I'm from Brazil. My mum lived there, but living in England now. Yeah. We love her.
let me know what time and I'll be there. Okay. Bring your ukulele.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You're welcome.
So this is the old-fashioned chemist with all the old-fashioned remedies. Doing a video for YouTube. Yeah, so this is all the old-fashioned stuff back in the day. All your old remedies. You've also got a couple of these are closed for some known reason. There's like an old house here that we'll go into and have a quick butcher's around. So you've got this little house here. These, I think, are the oldest houses.
Hiya, come on in.
As you can see. These are all the old-fashioned village houses. We have a butcher's here. This is another butcher's. We've got this like knitting clothes shop where you can go and get your stuff. You've got old-fashioned cake and sweet shop there. You've got this little shop here. It's got like bits of different stuff in. So yeah, so this is the last old village of the tour. This is the last part. You go back to some of the houses and stuff. So you got them. That used to be another fish and chip shop, but it's now closed for some known reason. The fruit and veg shop's gone. We'll go and have this is the old-fashioned shop where they used to buy all the tins, bath tins, and cutlery and stuff. So they'd sell all that type of thing in here. And as you can see, look, judges' wigs are up there. Mops and things. So this was like watch the step. That's the old hardware store where they buy all the hardware stuff from. We've just been in the church. We'll go and have a look at the pub, the old-fashioned pub. I don't know how expensive it is now in here, but it used to be quite dear. Logan, come with me. I got the little Dom with me. So this is the old-fashioned pub.
Yes, please.
As you can see, there's all sawdust down on the floor. Yeah, so it's pretty unique, really. This, like I said, this is the last part of the tour. We've got a few houses down here and stuff, but that's mainly it. Like, your main part of the town is up there, the village. See a lot more stuff in there. Yeah, but apparently they're building on this place. They're going to make it probably 3 times bigger than what it already is. Eventually, they've had a lot of funding and grants from the lotteries to build more, and then, you know, like, it's pretty nice little tour, to be honest. You've got a lot of stuff to see. Usually they do like shows in the places like this where they show you all the old-fashioned stuff like this in here. So usually it used to be a workshop. Well, as you can see, like, they've got loads of stuff, and the guys usually come in here and they'll show you how traps was set up, like mouse traps and things, rat traps and stuff, and they used to give you like tours and stuff, but there's no one in here at the moment. But we'll be back. We'll go and have a tour of some of the houses, and we'll be back.
Think in your mind, my door's open, of a house with 2 rooms downstairs and 2 rooms upstairs, yeah? And you've got that nice long roof across it, yeah? Yeah? If you cut it in half down that roof, back to back, you should have a family living in the front and you'd have a family living in the back of that house. Then put a row of those houses all together, that's a back to back. Yeah? And you knew you were poor if you were living in a back to back, which is like this one. Yeah? The poorest of the poor lived here, really. Yeah? Now this is the home of Henry and Mary Webb and their 6 children.
Wow.
You have
6 in a small house.
Yeah, 1 room upstairs and 1 room downstairs. Yeah. So you kids, there's upstairs, there's a bed for Mum and Dad, and there's a bed for the 6 of you. So it would be 3 of you at the top and 3 of you at the bottom. How do you fancy that?
Wow. You'll be able to cope.
Yeah, wouldn't cope, yeah. So you come down in the morning and you think, oh, I need the loo. Your toilet is a bucket about this size in a shed in the garden.
Wow.
There you go. You're right. You're right.
So you have to have a wee in that bucket.
You would yeah, coming in. There would be 4 buckets in that shed, right? And you would have these buckets would have a house number on. You all right?
He's got the pram. You manage. Just close the door when you come in.
Yeah, trying to keep the heat in as much as possible. Failing miserably, but we're trying, you know. So yes, just saying this would be if you were in this house, this would be your toilet. It's a bucket in a shed down the garden. There are 4 buckets in that shed. You use the bucket with your house number on. There is no lock on the toilet door because you can't stop anybody else using their toilet. So it could be a community activity. And your toilet paper is he's going, yes. Do you remember that? No toilet, it's a newspaper.
Newspaper.
Cut into 6-inch squares. Yes.
Wow.
Print on your book. Print on your book, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember the newspaper in your cupboards as well? Yeah. That was really, really good, that was.
Yeah.
Did you know the old print had a chemical in it that when weevils and insects that got into your food went through it, it poisoned them.
Yeah.
That's why you have
Wow.
newspapers in your cupboards.
On the shelf.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why. Kill all the weevils. Yeah. But anyway, back to toilets because that's more fun. Your toilet is emptied once a week. So 8 people have got to use that for a week. Exactly.
You get full in the day with the kids.
When you're born, I'm telling you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Things I had to do when I was a kid, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah. It's emptied by a bloke called a night soiler and you've got to pay him a penny a week to get rid of your waste. Yeah? You've also got to pay him more if you want the bucket disinfected at the same time, but we're a poor family, so I tell you what, let's not disinfect our bucket, let's just have it emptied and put straight back. Yeah? That's all the more fun. You're allowed a bath once a week. You have access to a bath once a week. You're also sharing your bath. 4 families are also sharing a bath, so let's hope they'll yeah.
Yeah, and the bath is in front of the fire.
The bath goes in front of the fire to keep warm. Yeah, so all the kids go in first, and we all know what kids like to do in baths.
Splash.
Other things. and then Mum would get in, and then Dad would get in last because Dad was a minor. And if Dad got in first, it meant nobody else could use the water. So, let's cover our bodies. Let's be none of that. Sorry, everything on show.
Wow. Interesting facts. So we're doing a little short video now on the way back up to the top, but this is the tailor shop. Now we're going to enter this shop here. I think they do variety of stuff, like this is where they'd buy your toilets and sinks and stuff. As you can see, the price is there, £6 for a sink, but I mean that's nothing. I got £6 in my pocket, I'll buy that right now, but back then that was quite expensive, and this was the back room where they'd make some of the stuff with the furnace fire and stuff, so they're pretty cool. And as you can see outside, you've got Mr. Postman. He's going to post the letters in his bag. Postman Pat. This one is the bike shop, so this is where you come and buy your bikes. £38 for one of them bad boy bikes, but it's quite a lot of money back then. So yeah, so this is the bike shop, as you can see. And then the next one is the famous cigarette shop. They sell all the cigarettes. So these are all the pipes, tobacco. And as you can see, look, this is all the tobacco that they used to sell back then. I don't sell none of these cigarettes in today's society, but back then these was all the cigarettes, look. Curler cut. Huh. Crazy. Oh, so that's that. So the next shop we're in is the shop where they sell your lights and your radios and stuff, and different other things that they got in here, which is pretty quite expensive for a radio. I mean, that radio there you can see is 9.10, but I bet that's worth anything in the region of probably 6 to 10 grand right now. So yeah, that's the radio shop. This is a brand new building, the Elephant and Castle. It's a pub, but as you can see, it's quite a really nice building outside. It looks beautiful outside. Gonna have a pop in and look in the pub. I'm going to have a look in the pub. Yeah. As you can see, there's quite a few people in here having drinks and stuff.
I can.
It's pretty cool. So that is it then, guys. That's the tour of the Black Country Living Museum here in the West Midlands. Part of the Old Fashioned Day. We've just had our penny coin dispensary thing done, look, as you can see. And now we're into the gift shop. So this is the gift shop. Quite some nice stuff in here. Got the old fashioned lollies, look. I bet they're really, really nice. I might have to buy me a pack of them. Them look super delicious. And they do like quite a lot of toys and the old fashioned sweets. So these are our old fashioned toffees, look. And these ones, it's got some old fashioned sweets in here. They do like different variety of stuff, look. Pickle, ale chutney, strawberry jam, Boston pickle eggs, pickled onions. And they do these drinks, Iron Brew, tonic, cream soda, blood tonic, whatever that is. So yeah, like I said, this is the last part, and as you can see, that's all the Black Country stuff. Might just treat myself to some stuff in the gift shop right now. Part of the Black Country. So yeah, that is it, guys. That's the tour. Oh, look at these Peaky Blinder hats. They're only £15 for a Peaky Blinder hat. Might have to buy me one of them. And as you can see, look, here's all the Peaky Blinder stuff. As Peaky Blinders was set back in them ancient days. Here's the proper Peaky Blinders hat. Wow, I might have to buy me one of them. Yeah, so like I said, this is the old-fashioned shop. Like, you know, they sell quite a lot of variety of things, pretty decent. The old pocket watches, look, £40 for an old-fashioned pocket watch. They're pretty unique. They're nice, and they've got the old drinks here, look. Charm, don't touch, because these are beers. So these are all the beers. Plum Pig. Yeah, so a big thank you for showing support and love, and we might be back some other day with another historic tour. Until next time, peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. I'm Fear the Don. Goodbye.